The cabin lights were off, and oxygen masks hung down in the aisles, illuminated by sunlight coming through the windows. Several passengers wearing oxygen masks were slumped against the windows, completely motionless. Positioning his jet closer to the cockpit, the F-16 pilot spotted a person slumped in the first officer's seat, showing no signs of life, while the captain's seat was empty. Shocked by this sight, the F-16 pilot realized that Flight 522 had become a ghost flight, with its passengers and crew seemingly unconscious or dead. For another 14 minutes, the 737 continued to fly in circles, shadowed by the two F-16s, whose pilots seemed condemned to wait for the inevitable. Then, something unbelievable happened. Someone entered the cockpit. With a mask covering his face and the bottle beside him, he settled into the captain's seat and gripped the controls. At this point, Flight 522 was in its 10th holding pattern, and its fuel reserves were almost depleted. The unidentified pilot had little time to get used to the 737 cockpit because the left engine flamed out less than a minute after he entered the flight deck. With only one engine providing thrust, the aircraft turned sharply to the left before stabilizing on a northwesterly course. Unable to maintain altitude at 34,000 feet with only one engine, it began to descend. Although the man attempted to control the aircraft, he did not succeed. Despite this, the fighter pilots could not get his attention, and they were forced to back off to reduce the risk of a mid-air collision. Within minutes, the 737 crossed over the island of Euboea, descending rapidly. One of the F-16s drew close again and saw the first officer sitting upright as though the man had tried to wake him, but he remained motionless. Shortly after, the aircraft turned sharply to the left, crossing over the island again. Approaching 7,000 feet and descending at several thousand feet per minute, Flight 522 was moments away from disaster when its right engine also ran out of fuel and flamed out. At that moment, the man acknowledged the fighter for the first time, responding to a hand signal. The fighter pilot then signaled for the mystery pilot to follow him to the airport, but the man simply pointed down, indicating that the aircraft was going down and there was nothing he could do. Crossing back onto mainland Greece, the aircraft turned